The new administration in Nigeria has not hidden its desire to facilitate trade and improve the economy to become globally competitive. In line with this, a delegation of the Nigerian Customs Service, led by Acting Controller General of Customs Bashir Adewale Adeniyi, has paid a working visit to the Republic of Benin and signed a 12-point communique aimed at reopening the borders between both countries. We're not clear about this border thing. I don't even know when it's opened, when it's closed. When the president came in, I read it somewhere. I can confirm that, asked them to open all the borders and everything. We don't know. But for a long time, Muhammadu Buhari actually closed the border, and the effects, it's still debatable on how that activity actually went. So what is Adewale Adeniyi trying to do now?
Well, I think before the official opening of the borders, the custom CG wants to have some issues straightened out so that the disagreement that led to the closure, because the president made it clear that our neighbors were aiding smuggling of illicit weapons and other things, thereby undermining Nigeria. That was the reason he took that decision. For example, rice smuggling had become so rampant. There was a video that I saw of rice smugglers moving into Nigeria through one of the northern borders on bikes. They were so fast that you cannot
count the number of rice.
Those guys are experts at carrying tons of rice, bags of rice, and bringing them into the country unimpeded. So I think that Wale is, the Controller General, is trying to see what do they have on ground. In what areas can we collaborate? Where can we help them to improve so that our country and Benin Republic will know that, okay, we are singing from the same book now, so that the disagreement that led to the closure in the first place will not happen again. And I think it made sense. President Tinubu is a very calculative person. He doesn't want to just fling those borders open without addressing some problems. In what ways are our neighbors undermining our economic prosperity by allowing the level of smuggling that is going on? So if they can work together, of course they signed a communique where they said they will hold meetings twice a year to discuss matters of common interest. They will secure the international supply chain and ensure strict compliance with transit rules, promote good relations with border population. So these are some of the things that they both agreed to do. So, and then of course the matter of administrative charges. I believe that by the time they meet a second time, so much progress will have been made in terms of our ensuring free flow of business and services between both countries, but not in the manner that undermines the economy of another country. And I think that the rate of smuggling, for example, undermines Nigeria's economic growth. The rate of smuggling is just too much. If we say that, okay, we want our people to grow what they eat, and we allow bags of rice to come in through the land borders, especially, then you are not going to achieve your aim, because the imported rice is cheaper than the local alternative. So people will rather than patronize the farmers here, will go and buy those ones coming from abroad. So I believe that the meeting, by the time they have their next meeting, a lot of these issues will have been resolved. The president, I heard the customs people saying no border has been opened, contrary to the belief of some Nigerians.
Because we don't know when.
But that decision will be taken. So we are waiting for them to take the decision.
I hope that things will be able to work out. To some extent, when you have this kind of meetings, it will help to some extent. But we'll be deluding ourselves if we think smuggling is going to reduce between the borders of Nigeria and Republic of Benin especially. The reason is that the economy of Republic of Benin survives on the economy of Nigeria. If Nigeria wants to ruin Republic of Benin, it's so simple. If we just say that nothing must go in or out between Republic of Benin and Nigeria, Republic of Benin will be in trouble. Remember that there was a time that Shino Rambo used to come to Nigeria to steal cars. And it was discovered that there is one receiver in the Republic of Benin that used to arm these people to come to Nigeria to come and steal cars. And I think it was during the Obasanjo's time. And Obasanjo closed the border because of that.
That's to try.
And the Republic of Benin didn't take time to just speak to Johnny and then let him over to us. Because they know that without Nigeria, their economy will collapse. So because of that, it will be very difficult for us to think people will not smuggle. Of course they will smuggle. You understand? People will smuggle. But I just think that these meetings and whatever is agreed will assist considerably in reducing that smuggling. But there's no way there won't be smuggling along that route because, like I said, a lot of things in the Republic of Benin is better here. Even their port, most of the goods that lands in their port is destined for Nigeria. So they collect charges on it, and then people will not find way, either you pay
the funny
at the border.
There was a time when Benin Republic was listed among the highest importers of rice. So you look at the size of Benin Republic and the population. Who are the people consuming the rice? Well, it's actually they were diverting it. They were diverting rice to the ports in Benin for them to be smuggled into our country. Even local rice producers were rebagging imported rice that were smuggled into our country. So it's like their port thrives on Nigeria as a country. So if smuggled rice were diverted in such large quantity if rice was imported and diverted to Benin Republic, but the real owners were here in Nigeria, and they found a way to bring them into the country, and Benin remained like one of the biggest rice importers. Well, there's no market there for the rice.
Absolutely.
And they don't have the population at all. So it's clear that those things is our country that they were targeted for.
Well, even to that, our borders, as in the porous nature of our border, the number of entry.
Again, like the problem we have during the election, the problem with our borders has to do with manpower. The Nigerian custom does not have the manpower to effectively man our borders. Nigeria is a very big country. So we have stretch of, especially in the north, we have this stretch of where to patrol. So it is difficult for the Nigerian customs to be effective because they do not have the manpower. Let's leave corruption. The corruption is another problem because everybody knows that corruption thrives within the customs. But apart from corruption, they do not even have the manpower. Those who really want to stop the smugglers may not be in a position to do so because, for example, in some areas, the smugglers know the terrain. They are from that area. You understand? So they know the terrain. So there are some isolated areas where there won't be any security operative from the customs, or if there is, maybe one or two. And when these people are coming, the man may not be in a position to even stop them. So at the end of the day, we'll be forced to compromise. So part of the problem has to do with personnel. We do not have enough personnel to man our borders.